All of you cleared IBPS Clerk prelims? Yes? At the outset, congratulations and all the best. Now we'll start the session. The first 5 questions, what do they deal with? Spot the errors. Fortunately, only one error. Am I right? So be happy, should not be a problem. Shall I read out the first sentence? Question number 51. There is no denying that, take a pause, there is no denying that reward programs have a key role to play. Again, take a pause. No denying that what? Reward programs have a key role to play. In what? In determining an organization's ability to attract and retain the most competent talent. Please underline the word competent and write one expression. Can you guess the noun form of this word? Competency. Write one combination. Please write. Core competency. That symbol means the word. Please write the full form. Core competency. If you go to the private sector, they talk about core competencies, a useful expression. So what do you think? There is an error or there is no error? How many of you say no error? Perfect. Please make a note. We will respect the 5th option. What is it? No error. You should get all the 5 correct, should not be a problem. Public sector enterprises. What is the subject here? What is the key word? Enterprises, singular or plural? Plural. So, do you have to read the complete sentence or you can stop with the second part? Stop with the second part. So, what is the problem here? Has is not correct. It should have been have been. Enterprises have been. Don't read the remaining sentence because it's only one error. Save your time. But what is this related to? Please make a note. Subject-verb agreement. Subject-verb agreement. Question number 53. A cabinet secretary led interministerial group. What is the key word here? Underline the word group. Is looking ways to rescue telecom operators. This question is related to a preposition. What is the verb in this? Please underline looking. What is missing there? Will you say looking ways or looking at ways to rescue? So where is the error? The third part, what is missing? Looking at ways to rescues. Looking at possibilities. Write one more expression. We are looking at the possibilities. Look at. You have to use the preposition at. And make a note related to what? Preposition. Question number 54. The amount of money being managed for a fee is growing the fastest in Asia Pacific than anywhere in the world. Please put a star mark this question. If you read in a hurry, you cannot spot the error. Now let me ask the question, which part has an error? First part. First part is not correct. Have you said first part or fourth part, that girl? First, I heard properly. Fourth part is right. What is the error? That's very good. If you say, please underline the expression, anywhere in the world. If you say anywhere in the world, that includes this also. Which one? Asia Pacific. You have to separate. Then what is the correct expression? Anywhere else in the world. So what is missing here? E-L-S-E. Then anywhere else in the world. This goes with, please write comparison. Underline the word than, comparison. Shall I move on to the next one? The last one in the group. Question number 55. Foreign investment increased with government moves. Take a pause. You should know how to read the sentence. Foreign investment increased with what? With government moves to open up sectors, comma. Imports remained, foreign investment increased, underline the verb. After that, it is not that important. Parallel expression, foreign investment increased, imports remained cheap. They should have used a comma. Please use a comma. Sometime back, you got one question related to this expression. Do you remember? Thanks to. So thanks to globally depressed oil prices and economic growth ticked along at rates above 7%. Now, do you find any error? How many of you think there is no error? Raise your hands. Very confident or based on respecting the key? Very confident. Then I appreciate. I'm just joking. There is no error as such. If at all there is an error, they should have used the government with the government moves. But without that also acceptable. With government moves. Here moves, which part of speech is it? Please underline the word. Underline the word moves. Which part of speech is it? It is not a verb. It is a noun. Please write. A perfect move. Timely move. Plural is what? Moves. So please make a note. Noun. Who has got all the 5 correct? 4 correct? 4 shouldn't be a problem. Now, what is this passage about? Let me ask a question. How many of you have read this passage? Please raise your hands. Not even 15 students. What is this about? Which exam are you preparing for? Which sector does this belong to? Can it be justified? No, why no response? First 3 questions you responded. Can it be justified? Again, I repeat. Till you respond, I will repeat. Can it be justified? Not acceptable. You people are one of a kind. You know that expression? One of a kind. Now, whatever it is about what? Financial inclusion. So, it talks about, there's one expression, somewhere it has been used, getting more customers and touching the unbanked sectors and what are the problems, all about that. All the 5 questions should not be a problem to get. Comprehension related, and all the 5 questions related to the vocabulary, again, should not be a problem. Shall we see the first question that goes with the passage? Is it question number 56? Yes. Which of the following facts is true? Underline the word true, as per the passage. Some problem with the software. Yesterday also I could not present. I had to spend 3 hours. I could not get it. Day before yesterday. Yesterday somehow I could manage. But today also a few problems. It may take 1 or 2 days for me. A new software to get it, to get the design, perfect design. But today you may see a few questions, the numbers are missing. You all have the hard copy, should not be a problem. So what is the first option here? People from rural areas have high perceived value of banking services. Now underline the key words, or we'll see each option because it's a general question. Cost is not a valid criterion. Please underline the word criterion. Is it singular or plural? Singular. What is the plural form? Criteria. That's right. Whenever you come across important words, you have to underline. That will reinforce your learning, strengthen your learning. For technological pack selection for financial inclusion initiatives. The inclusion segment is a singular impoverished. Underline the word impoverished. Impoverished means what? To make someone poor. Please write the meaning. To make someone poor. Impoverished, undifferentiated mass. What is the fourth option? The branch timings of banks generally do not coincide with the off-work hours of the labor class in urban markets. Now, all of you please take the hard copy, go to page 5. The first paragraph, not the continued paragraph, the first paragraph, the last sentence, how does it go? Moreover, the branch timings of banks rarely coincide with the off-work hours of the labor class. But here he talks about urban markets that you have to cross-check. The previous sentence talks about what? At the same time, urban markets, despite a high branch density, have multitude of low-wage earners outside the financial net. The context is about urban market. So clearly mentioned in the passage, explicit information. What is the answer based on that? The fourth option is the answer. Easy question or difficult question? Question number 57. According to the passage, for which of the following reasons do the delivery partners, underline the keywords, delivery partners, fail to serve their bank's goal to expand in the unbanked markets? Also underline unbanked markets. Now, where do you see delivery partners? Please go to page 5. You see the word away, full stop. Then you see a sentence, the last sentence in that paragraph. How does it go? Moreover, the delivery partners don't have the knowledge and skill to propose anything other than the most basic financial products to the customer, and hence do not serve their bank's goal of expanding the offering in unbanked markets. Now, what is the first option here? They don't have adequate client base. Does it talk about client base? Mark it wrong. They don't have adequate knowledge and skills. Explain anything beyond basic financial products to the customers. Clearly mentioned in the passage. Please say yes or no. Yes. They don't have the skills to operate advanced technological aids. Does it talk about that? Mark it wrong. So of the three, A, B, C, B is right, A and C are not right. So what is the answer based on that? Which option is that? First option, am I right? The number is missing. Only B, the first option. That's the problem with the software. Question number 58. According to the passage, for which of the following reasons is the viability, underline the word viability. Write one typical combination, commercial viability. Tomorrow you become a bank manager. Someone like me comes with a project, loan. So what is the first thing you consider? Commercial viability. You may not tell me, but back of your mind you will think, is it commercially viable? Means what? Viability means what? Feasibility. Please write the meaning. Commercial viability means commercial feasibility. So viability of financial inclusion under question. Shall I read out the options? Banks always prefer the cheapest package to cut cost while making a choice of technology to be used. I think this is the first option. I hope it's right. What is the second option? The business correspondent agents are highly demotivated to pursue their activity as a full-time job. Does it sound right, the first one, the second one? The third, the investments made by banks and their delivery partners are not yielding equal amounts of returns. Hold that one. Fourth, banks don't have adequate number of delivery partners required to tap the unbanked market. Please underline the word tap. Tap means what? Exploit, use. Exploit or use. Tap the market, explore the market, use the market, exploit the market. What is the last one? Banks don't have adequate manpower to explore the diversity of the unbanked market and thereby identify the right target customers for various programs. Now, all of you please go to, what is the question number, this one? 58. The first paragraph, the second sentence. How does it go? The viability of financial inclusion business is under question because while banks and their delivery partners continue to make investments, they haven't seen commensurate returns. Underline the word commensurate. That's an important word. And write the meaning of that. Commensurate means matching. Matching. Now, based on this, what is the answer? Third option, what does it say? The investments made by banks and their delivery partners are not yielding equal amounts of returns, not viable. So, Easy one, this also. The next two questions based on overall your grasp of the subject matter. What is question number 59? In the passage, the author has specified which of the following characteristics of the customer onboarding process are. This is what I was thinking of. Please underline this expression, onboarding process. It means bringing the customer based on certain steps. What is the first one here? Again, the numbers are missing. I'm sorry about that. It involves collection of documents from the applicants in order to validate their details. Does it go with opening an account or not? Are you guys listening? Yes or no? Please tick that one. What is the second? It involves issuance of smart cards to the customers. See, onboarding process means taking a person and making him the customer of a particular bank. And in that process, what are the various steps? First one is right. Second one is also right. What is the third one? It suffers from latency. Please underline the word latency. But generally, we use the word as an adjective. Write the form latent. Latent means what? Dormant. Write one word, dormant. D-O-R-M-A-N-T. Untapped. Not brought out. Latent means hidden. Write the meaning, hidden. It suffers from latency as it takes a long time. When it takes a long time, it is not active, it is dormant. After submission of documents by the customer. This is right or wrong? If you don't respond, I will stop here. Very simple. Mentioned in the passage, common sense also, but it has been mentioned in the passage as one of the reasons. Now, what is the fourth one? It is an expensive process which people find difficult to afford. Mentioned in the passage. Tick that also. Now, what is the fifth option? So, what is the answer? Very good. Easy or difficult? Now, the last one. I think we have two more questions. What did the author try to highlight in the passage? First, it is about financial inclusion and the problems from the bank side, not about the role of the government at the outset. The ailing, underline the word ailing. Ailing means what? Suffering. In this context, suffering, suffer, not doing well. Ailing condition. Ailing banks means what? Banks that are not doing well. The ailing condition of financial inclusion business at present. Yes or no? Please respond. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good. Had your lunch, all of you? Yes, today, actually, I asked the question. I assume all of you have cleared prelims. You all said yes. Then I expected a different kind of response from your end. More energetic, more enthusiastic, more lively. But you are making me repeat the same thing, same song rather. Respond, respond. So, first one is right. What is the second one? Strategies that may help banks expand in the unbanked market. Yes, take that also. A role of government in modifying the existing financial inclusion policies. Does the writer talk about the role of the government? Mark it wrong. Now, A and B, which option says that? Now you're on the track. What is question number 61? According to the passage, which of the following ways may help banks sustain? Underline the word sustain. Sustain means what? Continue, exist, survive, be in business, hold. All these words could be used. Hold something, exist, continue, sustain the interest of their customers after hooking them. Look at the word. Please underline the word hooking. Usually it goes with what? It goes with fish. You use a hook to catch fish. Other connotations are there I don't want to discuss here. Now, what is the first option? Adoption of a banking mechanism which is not only secure but reassuring to the customers. Whether you read the passage or not, common sense, it seems perfect. So, tick that one. Increasing the number of delivery partners in rural market. The question is not the number of delivery partners. So, this is not right. Mark it wrong. Introduction of a simple and intuitive user application. Today, banks or other organizations, there are two problems. There is a saying, too good is too bad. One, applications, you see so many pages. If you want to open a bank account, private sector, bunch of papers, am I right? You get headache. Usually what we do, you tell me where I have to sign, I will sign, and remaining you do it. It is your headache, not my headache. Second problem, this customer service, that is real pain in the neck. You have a problem with HDFC. The other day I got a problem, I called. I had to wait for 15 minutes. Repeated message, they are busy, please, someone will attend, please be online, sorry for this. Exactly, I was counting 15 minutes. Then finally, the person responded, I told, I have a complaint from my side. You can't expect the customer to wait for 15 minutes for a question. Take this as a complaint and please report to the management and do something about it. Then what service means what? Making the customer wait for 15 minutes, do you call it service? Ridiculous. Today, the meaning of the expression customer service, it has taken a different dimension altogether. It is pain actually. And quite often what happens, you wait, dial this number, dial 1, dial 2, dial 5. After 5 minutes, something goes wrong, you have to start afresh. That is again a real problem. So generally the third option, simple, intuitive user application. Preferred or not preferred? Preferred. So what is right here? A is right, C is right. Which option says that? The fifth option is the answer. Now we have reached a stage where most of these questions, your wavelength, your thinking, your standards shouldn't be a problem. We have been getting more or less the same standards. And with these standards, you approach the actual exam. It will be easy for you. In a way, it is good. Now, shall we see the questions related to the words? What is the first one? Similar or opposite? Similar. Multitude. Multi means what? Many. So, impoverished. Already I have given. Impoverished means what? Make someone poor. Generally, it goes with financial matters. Sometimes it goes with knowledge. You impart knowledge to someone, you don't get impoverished. What does it mean? You impart knowledge to someone, you don't get impoverished. You don't lose anything. The other person gets benefited at the same time. You don't lose anything. That is the best part of sharing knowledge, imparting knowledge. So is it the right word? Mark it wrong. Handful, enough, whatever you can get. Handful, is it relevant here? Acknowledge, accept, confirm something. Is it relevant here? Solitude, we'll leave the fourth one for the time being. What is the fifth option? Solitary, please write the word. Usually we use this form. Solitary means what? Isolated, alone. Please write the meaning. Solitude means loneliness. Loneliness. Solitude means loneliness. Solitary lifestyle. Isolated, alone. Nowadays, this goes with the lifestyle, and if you take the present lifestyle, we don't work. We use only our brains, no physical. We don't use our body as such. And what is the problem? In the past, obesity, a typical problem of the US. Today, the other day we got one passage. India stands in the second position. Number one is what? When it comes to obesity, China is number one, India is number two. That is very surprising. What is the reason? Please take one expression. This lifestyle is called, this is an important expression, sedentary lifestyle. No mobility at all. Morning to evening, you sit at one place, sedentary, no movement. Sedentary lifestyle, people tend to become obese. And the funniest part, they want to lose weight. Now I come from the high-tech city, this part of the city. Earlier, I was near OU, Osmania University. I was at DD Colony. So in the morning, a lot of people, they would go for a walk, morning walk, with big tummies and all. So to lose weight, OU is a pretty big campus. One end to the other end, the main road, it is about 6 or 7 kilometers. So what I would see, they would walk religiously from this gate to that gate, come back religiously from that gate to this gate, walking all the way. And near the gate, you see a lot of food vendors. They would have a lot of food. Then what is the point in walking 6 kilometers? Makes no sense at all. And that is the reason why they don't lose weight. It goes with a lot of Indians today. On one hand, I will tell something very personal. An uncle of mine, he was putting on a lot of weight. He went to a doctor. Then the doctor said, stop having rice, have chapati and eggs. After 1 month he went. He said, I gained 5 kgs. You said I would lose weight. Then the doctor asked, how many chapatis do you have? This man is 6-footer. He said 12 chapatis. So how many eggs do you have? 6 eggs. Then how do you expect to lose weight? Now what is the answer here? The fourth option I haven't touched. Multitude means what? Plenty. So what is the answer? The fourth option is the answer. Ubiquitous, you have got this many a time, means what? Present everywhere. Omnipresent means what? Present everywhere. But we'll see every word, some useful words are there. Quintessential, please write, it's an important word. First option, a perfect example. Quintessential means a perfect example of a quality. Perfect example of a quality or class. Quality or class. For quality or class, you take something as an example, perfect example. Then you use this word. There's one more word in the passage, paragon. Paragon also means the same. Popular. What is the difference between popular and notorious? Please write the word notorious. Popular means what? Famous and liked by the people. Then we use the word popular. Notorious, famous, hated by the people. So remember the word notorious. Write the combinations. Notorious, smuggler, smuggler, don, mafia, gang. These are the typical words. Don't say notorious faculty. It will be a wrong combination. It will be a problem for us. So what is the third one? Omnipresent. Answer is the third option. Simplified. Abnormal. Normal, what is opposite? Abnormal. You got a few synonyms, abnormal. Do you remember? Aberration. Aberration means what? Please write the word aberration. Aberration also means abnormal. You said freak. Have you said? No, please write the word freak. That's also right. But freak goes more with everyday English. Aberration goes with biology. Okay. Have we done with the passage or we have some more? Opposite words we have. So 63, what is the answer? Omnipresent. Now you have to find out the opposite word. What is the first one? Dormant. Dormant means inactive. Please write the meaning of this word. Inactive. Inactive state, we use the word dormancy. The other day I gave 2 words. If you take animals to save energy, during winter they don't do anything, they sleep. What is the word for that winter sleep? Hibernation. So those who don't know, please write. Hibernation means winter sleep. And what is the word for summer sleep? Estivation. One is hibernation. Hibernation, brackets, write winter sleep. Then you write the word estivation. Estivation means what? A-E-S-T-I-V-A-T-I-O-N, summer sleep. Emaciated, write the meaning of the word emaciated. Meaning very thin or skinny. Very thin or skinny. The next option is an important word. Please put a star mark. That's not the answer, but I'm telling the word is important. Pertinent. Pertinent, first you write the combination. Pertinent remark. Pertinent remark. Pertinent statement. Means relevant. One is relevant. What are the other words for relevant? Write the word apt. Apt means what? Appropriate. But there's a better word. Please write this one. Apposite. Apposite means what? Relevant. Apt, appropriate. So pertinent is an important word. Cornered. Two meanings. Physically cornering, not allowing someone to move. But sometimes you're in a situation where you cannot take a decision or you cannot do something about something. Then what do you say? I have been cornered by the management. Please write the sentence. I have been cornered by the management. Management is a concept, so it is not physical. That way also you can understand. I have been cornered by the management. Rejected, not relevant here. What is the fifth option? So dormant, opposite, active. Someone is very active, what do you say? Dynamic. Active, dynamic. But generally a girl is very active, a girl of your age group, very active, full of enthusiasm. There's one expression. Please write the expression. She is a live wire. Don't touch her. Not literally. Okay. Otherwise also don't touch her. So live wire means what? Very active girl. Usually it goes with girls, not with boys. So answer for dormant, fifth option, active. Delayed. First option, it's an important word, please put a star mark. Perturbed means what? Disturbed. Very good. I was telling about you guys, I was talking about you, some other branch. Now we have students, the moment they see a particular word, they're ready with the related words. That's a very good thing. I'm really happy about that. But the number should be more. Then I'll be the happiest person. It will take some time. So what is the meaning of that word? Perturbed means what? Disturbed. Popularized, you can understand. Expedited, or expedite, first you write. Expedited the form, but write the word expedite. Expedite means what? Speed up. Please write the meaning, speed up. Expedited, the verb form in the past. Now hold that one. Stabilized, has it got anything to do with delay? Not stable, stable, stabilized. Repress, I checked the spelling, but this is an Italian word. I cannot get the meaning of this word. But generally, if you take some dictionaries, they have not given this word. Repress. Repress means what? Suppress. Write the word suppress. Repress means suppress. Now, delayed, what is our answer? Expedited. Third option is the answer. You should get all the 10 correct. Has anyone got all the 10 correct? 9? 9? You got 9 correct? Oh, that's good. I appreciate. Now, let us move on. 66 to 75. What do they deal with? Close test. You have to use knowledge of lexical terms, knowledge of word combinations, knowledge of grammar, all the three. Now, what is this about? This is also about financial aspect. Armed with the powers a little over a month ago to get lenders and defaulting borrowers, underline the word lenders, one who gives, lender, one who takes, right, and defaulting borrowers to sit down and address the, I think here it should have been in bold. What is this format? You see a word after the blank, you have to decide whether it is a right word or not. If you feel it is not the right word, choose one of them. So do you think the word symmetry goes with this context? So don't mark it wrong. What are the options? These are the options, right? I did it in a hurry because I had a lot of problems designing this paper, new software. Composition, that's why the number is not there. Composition, composition means what? Compose, composed of something. Make up, made of, please write, composition means make up, or made of something. Composition, make up, ingredients or parts of something. Is it relevant here? What is the context? Address. Address what? Tidiness. Tidy means what? Neatness. What is the opposite word? Oh, really? I didn't know that. So, I'm just joking. So, tidy, please write mess, M-E-S-S. Usually you go to bachelor's rooms, they're in a big mess. It's a general statement, okay? Means what? Not in proper order. Tidiness, there's one idiomatic expression, please write spick and span. Spick and span. Apple pie order, that's also right. I appreciate, very good. First you write spick and span, S-P-I-C, spick and span. Then you write apple pie order. Apple, you all know the spelling of apple, pie, P-I-E. That is one type of cake very popular in the US. They have regularly, the way we have idlis and dosas, they have different types of pies. Apple pie, mango pie, pineapple pie, varieties. So, apple pie order, perfect order. So, tidiness, is it relevant in this context? Third one, messy. Messy has two meanings. One is this one, not in proper order. The other one, troubling someone. Mess up. There we use one preposition. Please write the expression, mess up. Don't mess up with me. Means what? Don't trouble me. A typical dialogue in English movies. Don't mess up with me. If you mess up with me, I'll mess up with you. No, seems right or wrong? Third option. Hold that one. Aligning. This goes with design. Aligning means bringing everything into straight line, one line. Bringing everything into a single line, either left side or right side. Alignment, perfect order. Not relevant here. So, what is the answer here? Address what? The messy task of, please make a note, answer is messy. Messy task of cleaning up, toxic, underline the word toxic. Generally, we don't use the word toxic in this context. It goes with environment. Toxic means what? Dangerous. Write the combination toxic gases, typical combination. Toxic gases, dangerous, harmful gases. But here they have used toxic bad debts, B is silent. The Reserve Bank of India, RBI, has decided to crack the whip. Please underline the expression crack the whip, means take some action. The central bank decision to act on the advice of its internal advisory committee and direct lenders to initiate insolvency proceedings. Insolvency proceedings. You all know the meaning of the word insolvent, insolvency. What is the other word for that? Bankruptcy. So, does it sound right or wrong? Absolutely. So, what is the answer here? No correction required. Please tick that word. And it's an important word, but we'll see the options here. Is retreat. What is the first one? Retreat. Retreat means what? Previous one. No, this is the first one or second one? Second one, what is the first option? Shield, where is it? Okay. Have we skipped any blank? Options are shield. Shield means what? As a noun, it's a thing which you use to protect yourself. And as a verb, to protect. Shield someone means what? Protect someone. Pride, you know that word. Hoard, important word, please. Hoarding, we have discussed many a time. Store something illegally. As a verb, hoard means what? Store something illegally. That's an important word. Many a time you will get that word in the passages. Hoarding provisions, hoarding petrol. Paragon, an important word. Paragon means quintessential. Means what? A perfect example of quality or class. Paragon. But if you watch TV regularly, there's one particular brand, footwear, Paragon. Now, let us move on. What is the blank number? Initiate insolvency proceedings against 12 corporate borrowers each owing, that's an important word, in excess of rupees 5,000 crore has come not a day too soon, with gross non-performing assets. Usually we say gross, but Americans say gross, different pronunciation. Non-performing assets at about 7 lakh crore, a regulatory sustenance. Write the meaning of the word sustenance. Sustenance means maintenance, or supplying something, providing, supplying, all these. But is it the right word? Now, what are the options here? These are the options, am I right? Retreat. What is the meaning of the word retreat? I hope you guys are with me. Retreat means what? Go back. Retreat means what? Go back. Please write. Beating retreat. On January 26 in New Delhi, they do this. Beating retreat, 26th or 27th, one day after. Retreat means go back, turn back. There's one idiomatic expression. When the person sees the enemy in the battlefield, he runs away. What is the idiomatic expression? To show something, show what? White feathers. Please write, to show white feathers. To show white feathers means to behave like a coward. Beat a retreat. Nothing but beating a retreat. Escape from the battlefield. That's why I gave the idiomatic expression. Is it right? No. Intervention. RBI, what does it do? Intervene. Intervention. Seems right? Hold that one. Cloak. Cloak actually means a robe, a special kind of cloth. But general term, a robe. Wardrobe. Robe means what? You all know the word, expression wardrobe. Do you have a wardrobe in your bedroom? So robe means what? Clothes. But if you go to the railway station, what do you come across? Cloakroom. There it means what? Store your luggage. So relevant here or not relevant? Not relevant. Shelter, not relevant. So what is the answer? Second option, intervention. A regulatory intervention was voluntary. Does it sound right? We'll see the options, then we'll decide. What is the first word? Please tell me. Underscored. Oh, I think they are this side. I got. Skulk. Please write the meaning of that. It's not a regular word. Skulk means hide, H-I-D-E. Hide somewhere with a negative intention or a bad motive. Hide somewhere with a negative intention or a bad motive. Skulk. Sneak. The class is very boring. What do? Backbenchers. They sneak out. Means what? To move stealthily or secretly. Write the meaning of the word sneak. To move secretly or stealthily. Secretly or stealthily. Generally it takes the preposition out, sneak out. Means master turns that side, then a few students sneak out. Imperative, it has got two different meanings. One meaning, please write the first meaning. Usually what happens, passage, students they get disconnected. Close also, they get disconnected. I don't know the exact reason. Now I see a lot of students yawning, means what? Disconnected. One reason could be a level of understanding. Perhaps it doesn't go with the level of understanding. Second, perhaps they haven't read the passage. Third, too much information. He has been giving word after word, word after word. How many words do we have to write? So it is tedious. Tedious means what? Tiresome. I don't know, that whatever the reasons, please be attentive. So what is the first meaning of imperative? Authoritative. Authoritative. Second one, essential or important. That's right. Essential or important. Imperative, implied, essential, indispensable. Lurk, that's an important word. Please write the meaning. Lurk means hide with the intention of attacking. Hide with the intention of attacking. Write the word ambush. You must have seen this word in newspapers, ambush. The Naxalites were ambushed. Means what? They hide and they attack, ambush. Lurk, that's an important word. Now what is the answer here? What is a blank number? A regulatory intervention was imperative. Exactly. Please make a note. Answer is what? Imperative. Not only to safeguard the health of the banking system, but also to ward off, means remove, any wider impact on the economy. RBI Governor Urjit Patel, what? Minimize, is it right? No. What is the first word here? Underscored. It has got two different meanings. Please write the first meaning and the typical meaning. Underscore means underline. Underline. Underscore means what? Underline. And write the second meaning which goes with this context. Tell something, make something important. Emphasize. Say something is important. Underscored means made something important. Emphasized. Does it sound right or wrong? The first option. Sounds right? Hold that one. Harbor. Harbor, which part of speech is it? As a verb, what does it mean? To hold something. So please write one expression. Harbor ill feelings. Usually it goes with that expression. I'm damn scared to write. Ill feelings. Harbor ill feelings means what? Have bad feelings inside. That is another meaning. As a verb, it goes with ill feelings, bad feelings, frustration, harbor a lot of frustration. Not a good thing. Now what is a conquer? Easy word. Disacknowledge? Easy word. So what is the answer here? Please take the first option, underscored. The RBI governor underscored what? The importance of tackling the bad loans problem as recently as during the June 6-7 meeting of the Monetary Policy Committee, when he said the quiescent. Write the meaning of the word quiescent. Quiescent, not easy to make out. Write the meaning. Dormant. Quiescent means what? Dormant. Dormant investment cycle. Seems right or wrong? You invest, no activity, dormant. So does it sound right or wrong? You cannot decide, we'll see the options. What is the first option here? Caducity. Caducity means related to old age. Please write. Related to old age, weak and fragile. Dissemble. Assemble, dissemble, opposite of assemble. Masquerade, that's an important word. Masquerade means pretend, deceit, pretense or deceit. Camouflage also, very good. Masquerade, camouflage, same meaning. Deceit, pretense, hide, conceal. See, I am telling very fast because at this stage you should be able to listen and write. Conceal, hide, pretense, deceit, masquerade, camouflage, all same. Disguise, write the word disguise, D-I-S-G-U-I-S-E. So what is the answer here? Quiescent investment is the right word, perfect combination. Investment dormant, not active. Please go for the fifth option. How many do we still have? So what is the next one? While the RBI has not obscure, which part of speech are you supposed to use? Basic knowledge. Verb, which form of verb? Past participle. Obscure means what? Vague, not clear. Which part of speech is it? Obscure explanation, vague explanation, not clear. Part of speech, adjective. Is it right or wrong? Mark it wrong. What are the options here? What is the first one? Is it enshroud? Yes? Please write the meaning of the word enshroud. Enshroud, shroud, enshroud, same, means to cover something completely or envelope something completely. Cover something completely. I will give one expression, then you understand. Cover or envelope something completely. Write the expression, shrouded in mystery. Shrouded in mystery. Shrouded in mystery means what? Something is covered in mystery. That's a typical expression. Decrepitude means feeble. Write the word feeble. That's not a regular word. Decrepitude. Feeble or weak. Does it go with this context? It goes with people. Feeble, voice, divulge, disclose, reveal. See, what I expect from you guys at this stage, because all are preparing for mains, your body language is not up to the mark. I'm sorry to say that. I expect you guys to be more attentive, and I'm saying a lot of words. I'm not taking pauses. I'm not giving enough time for you to look at me or listen and write. It is going, the flow is there. So if you're more attentive, alert, then you can write whatever words I say. Otherwise, he is telling, let him tell. Slowly we write. We take our own sweet time. Out of 4 words, how many will you be able to write? 1 or 2. You may miss 1 or 2. Is it good or bad? So try to be attentive, because every passage and every passage I'm not getting time. Otherwise, passage, so many words to learn. We are running out of time. Close also, so many words. And we keep on telling you should be attentive and write continuously. So what is the last one you have written? Divulge means what? Disclose, reveal. Ensconce, that's not a regular word, but effective English. Please write. To place someone, to place, P-L-A-C-E, place someone in a safe and comfortable place or position. To place someone in a safe and comfortable position. Is it relevant here? No. So what is a blank here? Has not. There is only one verb in the past participle form. Which one is that? So what is the answer? Thanks to grammar knowledge. Now what is the blank number? 73. That steel companies were among the worst hit in the wake of. That steel companies or those steel companies? Those would have been better. Among the worst hit in the wake of. Please underline the expression. I think you got this sometime back. In the wake of. The global improvement. No. What are the options here? What is the first one? Is it betterment? We have here. Global betterment, global halt. The context is positive or negative? Negative. You cannot use the word betterment. Halt, perhaps, hold that one. Downturn. But the context is about financial aspects. And which is a better word, halt or downturn? So please write, the answer is downturn. It goes with the context. And what is the meaning of the word feebleness? Feeble, I've just given. Weak. Now 73. Now 74, am I right? The onus, underline the word, very important word. The onus now shifts, means what? Responsibility, exactly. Onus means responsibility. The onus now shifts to the lender consortiums. Please underline the word. Consortium means group of companies or business firms. What is it? I'm not getting the word. C-A-R-C, T-L, cartel. You're right, perfect. Write the word cartel. I appreciate you. Now students are becoming more confident. From that corner, he's telling me he's very confident. I really appreciate. Please write cartel, C-A-R-T-E-L, cartel of business people or business firms, consortium of business houses. So, to the lender consortiums to expedite the insolvency process. At the outset, seems right or wrong? It seems right. What are the options here? What is the first option? Block. No. Hinder. If you reject block, you have to reject hinder. And senescence, write the word. I don't know, usually these papers, they take one concept, all synonyms they pump in. So senescence goes with old age. Debility goes with, debility means feebleness, please write. Feeble, weak, not related to old age, but we have more, the next blank, words related to old age. So what is the answer here? No correction required. Now, what is the number? Could you please tell the number? 75. Am I right? But the actual time frame in which the resolution is going to occur remains to be seen, given that the IBC is still in its dotage. Please write. Dotage means old age, related to old age. Then all these words, here I see a lot of words related to old age. Geriatrics, related to old age. Senility, related to old age. Already I've got the word cease, to stop, bring to an end. Infancy. Infancy means what? Infant means what? Baby. But here it doesn't go with that meaning. Infancy means what? Initial stage, growing stage. Now, the given word is not correct, obviously. What is the answer? This is a typical expression. The firm is in its infancy. The organization is its infancy. Means what? Growing stage, initial stage. So what is the answer here? The fourth option is the answer. Thank God it is over. This is the toughest. Who has read the para-jumble? Not advisable. That will be quite adventurous to read a para-jumble like this. This has been taken from the Times of India newspaper. From the newspaper, the Times of India. Very difficult to save time, I will tell the correct order. First you go to B. B is the first one. What is it? Amid escalating tensions on the Korean peninsula, North Korea has warned of a nuclear attack on the US at any sign of American aggression. So what is the first one? B is the first one. Second sentence is D. This comes, what comes? The warning. This comes on the heels of Washington's recent decision to send a naval carrier strike group to the region and US strikes against a Syrian airbase or purported use of chemical weapons. Now, what is the third sentence? G is the third sentence. Hope you are listening carefully. B, D, G. What is G? It appears that Washington wants to keep all its options open to get Pyongyang to abandon its nuclear program. Now, E is the fourth sentence. That the US has already begun deploying the THAAD anti-missile defense system in South Korea shows that Washington is preparing for all possible contingencies. Underline the word contingencies, an important word. Contingency means unforeseen, unexpected things. Unforeseen, unexpected. Something that may appear, something that may take place. Be prepared for any eventuality, one expression. Be prepared for any contingency, another expression. So what is the fourth sentence? E is the fourth sentence. F is the fifth sentence. That said, such American show of force is unlikely to move Pyongyang. On the contrary, it is likely to harden Pyongyang's resolve to pursue its nuclear program. So how many have you got so far? 5. The last two, A, C. So what is A? Over the decades, North Korea's ruling Kim family has itself used the threat of force against South Korea and Japan as an effective bargaining chip, as a sort of intimidation, tool for intimidation. And what is the last one? It has conducted 5 nuclear tests so far and could not conduct a 6th in the face of recent US military moves. Has anyone got this order? Then that person deserves a standing ovation. It's impossible. It's so difficult. So what is the best thing to do? Ignore. Close your eyes. Turn away your eyes. Okay. Now let us move on. How many questions do we still have? Okay. 81 to 85. In each of the following sentences, 4 words or phrases have been bold. I have to use the hard copy. Only one bold part in each sentence is not accepted in standard English. Identify that part and mark the number 1, 2, 3, or 4 in your answers. So what is in bold? They arguing this effort to boost. Am I right? Given India's huge import bill for edible oil, mustard comes under edible oil. Edible means what? Eatable. They arguing, is it right? They arguing, is it grammatically right? So the given option is not correct. Now we'll see the options. They argue this efforts. Please underline the key wrong words. Will you say these efforts or this efforts? So mark it wrong. They arguing, mark it wrong. They argue this effort to boost mustard yields must be welcomed. Seems right, hold that one. They argue this effort to boosting. Will you say to boosting? No. They argue this is the effort to boost off it. So what is the answer? Second option. Numbers are missing, but still second option is the answer. Problem with the software. Comprehensive. Underline the word comprehensive. What is the meaning of that? Comprehend, a different meaning. Comprehend means what? Understand. What is the noun form? Comprehension. But comprehensive means what? All inclusive. Write one more word, exhaustive. Exhaustive. Including everything. Comprehensive means including everything. Exhaustive. Exhaustive is a different word. Exhaustive, a different word. It goes with, write the combination, syllabus, curriculum, comprehensive syllabus, exhaustive curriculum. So comprehensive measurement of these particulates is currently absent in many cities. A lacuna needs that to be addressed. What is in bold? I may be a little slow because a lacuna, that's an important word. Please underline the word lacuna and write the meaning. Lacuna means gap or space. Gap or space. Lacuna in the policy, please write one combination. Not the typical meaning, you should know the context. Lacuna in the policy. In the rules and regulations, means gaps in rules and regulations. So we'll see, a lacuna needs which to be addressed. Does it sound grammatically correct? Mark it wrong. A lacuna that need to be addressed. Seems right or wrong? A lacuna that need or needs. So mark this wrong. A lacuna that needs to be addressed. Seems right? Hold that one. A lacuna which needs to be addressed. That which. So now you have to decide between the two. Am I right? Correction, no correction required. So what is the answer? The third option or fourth option? Third option is the answer, obviously. That needs to be addressed. What is the plural of lacuna? Louder. Last 3 letters are important. If you make that the pitch down, it is something like from Mahabharata. Dharmaraja is known for what? He doesn't tell lies. Only once he lied, but not in a subtle manner. He said, Aswadhama ataha kunjaraha. Kunjaraha means elephant. So Dronacharya thought his son died. So he gave up the fight. Do you know that? So like that, high pitch, you are taking it down. So master has to assume whatever it is. So please write the plural form of this. Lacunae, N-A-E, lacunae. You guys are very smart, huh? What is the question number? 83. Over the years, his influence has dwindled. That's a good word. Please underline the word dwindle. Dwindle means disappear. If you don't get selected 1 or 2 exams, your confidence gets dwindled. That should not happen. You should not allow your confidence to touch rock bottom. Rock bottom means what? The lowest level. One should always try with a positive attitude. Whatever happens, happens for good. That is the best policy, right? So what is in bold here? Of rebel soldiers. Am I right? All those words. Of rebel soldiers. Is this a question? Why that question mark face? Have I skipped any question? No. Of rebel soldiers who may continues. Is it right? Soldiers who may continues. Mark it wrong. What is the first option? Of rebel soldiers who would continue for. Who would continue for. Seems right. Hold that one. Grammatically, there is no error. Perhaps it doesn't go with the context. Based on that, you have to decide. Of rebel soldiers who could continue with. Now, what is the word here? Who continue to irritate. But you cannot consider for. You cannot consider continue with irritate. Not correct. Of rebel soldiers whom can continue. Can you use whom here? Whom goes with the object, not with the subject. So, mark it wrong. Of rebel soldiers who can continue to irritate. This seems perfect. So, what is the answer? Number, it is your choice. Because Question number 84. Despite. Underline the word despite. Earlier, many bank exams, they would give despite of. Now, it has become so popular, they stopped giving. Anyone will be able to answer despite of. Ask the bank aspirant. Next second, he will tell, sir, it is not correct. So, despite the recent setbacks, underline that, failures to their leadership, the Taliban now control more territories. What is in bold? Than ever, for they were forever. Than ever. Than ever, for they were ousted. Does it sound grammatically correct? Mark it wrong. Than since they ever. Does it sound right? Then ever since who were. Then ever since they were ousted from. Seems right? What is the last one? Then ever since. Than or then? So what is the answer here? While the big US shale producers, shale I think related to coal, am I right? Shale or oil. Please check the meaning of the word shale. Related to oil, I suppose, not coal. While the big, shall I continue? While the big US shale producers have resiliently hung on, underline this also, we'll discuss later, and even begun investing in new acreage this year, Saudi Arabia found itself with a huge hole in its budget. What is in bold? Saudi Arabia found itself with a huge hole in its budget. Do you find any error? So what is the answer? So respect the fifth option. How many questions do we have? Do we have time? 10 minutes, we'll do it fast. What are these about? Double trouble, not one pillar, two. He objected to the proposal because it was founded on a, first you underline the clue word, objected. Then you have to select a positive word or a negative word, negative. Principle and also was at times. Faulty, faulty is a negative word, but desirable at times, is it right? Mark it wrong based on the second word. Imperative, rejected, objected, then you cannot use the word imperative. Reject. A wrong principle and also was inconvenient at times. Seems right, hold that one. Sound. Here, what is the meaning of the word sound? And which part of speech is it? In this context? Adjective. Please write the meaning. Perfect. Perfect, acceptable. Sound judgment. means what? Perfect judgment, acceptable judgment. But positive word cannot be considered. Conforming. Conform means what? Comply, follow the rules. Very good. Please write the meaning. Conform means what? Comply. Write the word comply means what? Follow the rules and regulations. Comply, follow the rules. So, on a conforming principle, then do you think he has to object? Some disconnection. Please respond. Fifth option, first word, can you accept that or you have to reject that? Deplorable. Please write the meaning of the word deplorable. Shameless. Deplorable, shameless. That is the meaning. Then dishonorable. Please write dishonorable, disgrace. Right. You have become very good at vocabulary. Disgrace, dishonorable. So what is the answer now? On a wrong principle and also was inconvenient at times. The criterion, singular, for a player should be based on his recent performance, but unfortunately, the journalists are to be carried away by earlier successes. Context is clear. So, the criterion for what? Assessing, judging, estimating, all these words. So, what is the first one? Condemning a player. Seems acceptable, but what is the second word? Are satisfying to be carried. Does it make any sense? Please mark it wrong. Judging a player seems perfect. The journalists are prone to be carried away. Prone, write the meaning. Liable, one meaning, liable. The other day, remember you got one word subject. You all thought subjected to. I said nothing wrong with that word, it has to be subject. Liable, please write subject also. Liable, subject, vulnerable, vulnerable, susceptible, all these words. Prone, prone to, liable to, subject to, vulnerable to, susceptible to. That also seems right. We'll see other options. Revealing, the criterion for revealing a player, ridiculous, mark it wrong. The criterion for eager a player. Shall I continue? Side screen is over. So what is, it's okay, what is the answer? Now I also lose the track. What is the answer? Judging and prone. 88. For the last half century, he himself to public affairs, taking a holiday. Context seems positive or negative? Positive. So, for the last half century, he by. Does it make any sense? Mark it wrong. He after. He devoted himself. Seems right. He devoted himself to what? Public affairs without taking a holiday. That also seems perfect. Sacrificed himself. Seems right. After taking a holiday. That is not correct. Prepared himself to public affairs before taking a holiday. Grammatically it is right, but contextually it is not correct. So what is the answer here? Devoted without taking a holiday. You will see signs of everywhere which speak well further of these people. These are a little tricky because of one particular word. Decoration, you will see signs of decoration everywhere which will speak well further people. Decoration people, do they go with each other? Please respond. Mark it wrong. You will see signs of clear everywhere. Is it grammatically correct? No. But write the meaning of the word debris. S is silent. It is not debris. Debris. Remains of rubbish or something. Write the meaning. Remains of rubbish or something. The remains of something or the remains of rubbish. After a wreckage, ship wreckage or aeroplane wreckage, what do you see? The parts of the ship or the parts of the aeroplane. Then what do you call? The debris got scattered all over. So is it right or wrong? Beauty, signs of beauty, careful of these people. Industry of, you will see signs of industry everywhere. Now underline the word industry, tell me which part of speech is it? Perfect. What is the meaning? Very good. Here industry means hard work. Please write industry. From this we get, you are all industrious. Industrious students means what? Hard-working students. No second thoughts. Industrious. So you will see signs of industry everywhere, which speak well for the prosperity of these people. Hard work, prosperity. So what is the answer based on that? Fourth option. Repairs, everyday English, extravaganza, spectacular, outstanding, extraordinary. Please write the meaning. Extravaganza means what? Spectacular. Extravagantly spending, that's a different thing. Extravaganza means spectacular. This is the easiest of all. The police arrested Ramesh on a, which word should come to your mind? Charge or accusation or allegation. Any of these. Charge, accusation, allegation, any of these. Of theft. But for lack of evidence, what do you expect? Release. So which option says that? The police arrested Ramesh on a charge of theft, but for lack of evidence, released him. Crime, easy word. Imprisoned, easy word. Punished, easy. Complaint, easy. Left, condition, tip. Absconding. Write the meaning of the word abscond. Abscond means what? Escape. I give some more expressions. At large. Very good. One more. On the run. He is not listening. The tab is not listening to me. Students are better. You are all disciplined. But the tab is not disciplined. I don't know, earlier we didn't have this problem. A different tab, but this tab, it keeps on jumping. So, at large, absconding, on the run. If someone is on the run, what is the word? We'll stop on that note. Fugitive. Thank you very much. I wish you all the best. You don't have a lot of time. Be careful, be focused, and try to tackle the exam carefully. Shall I stop? Sooner the better, sir.